in Quebec, Canada. How about a hand for the Octagon girls, Christy Blair, Jenny Andrade, UFC CEO Dana White's in the building, the powerful Hunter Campbell, our matchmaker Sean Shelby, and the handsome Mick Maynard. Rounding out the rear, ready to go, UFC 315, Muhammad versus Della Maddalena. First prelim in the bantamweight division, Brad Superman Katona versus Bexot, the Turin Warrior Almacan. First fighter to the scale, Bexot Almacan. Official weight 136 for Bexot Almacan. And his opponent repping Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, Brad Superman Katona. $136 for Brad Katona. All right, next prelim comes your way in the featherweight division. Daniel Willie Cat Santos versus the Korean Tiger Jung Yong Lee. First fighter to the stage, Jung Yong Lee. $146, the official weight for Jung Yong Lee. And his opponent, Daniel Willie Cat Santos. $146 for Daniel Santos. All right, moving on now to the middleweight division. Marc-Andre Powerbomb Barrio versus Bruno Blindado Silva. First middleweight to the stage, Bruno Blindado Silva. $187 for Bruno Silva. That is 1 pound over the middleweight limit. And his opponent out of Gatineau, Quebec, Canada, Marc-Andre Powerbomb Barrio. $185 for Marc-Andre Barrio. All right, next prelim live on ESPN in the light heavyweight division, Navajo Sterling versus Ivan Urslan. $205, the official weight for Ivan Urslan. And his opponent, please welcome Navajo Sterling. Official weight 205 for Navajo Sterling. All right, next preliminary bout also in the light heavyweight division. The Baltic Gladiator, Modestas Bakauskas versus Iwan, the Hulk Kutelaba. First 205er to the scale, the Hulk, Iwan Kutelaba. 205 for the Hulk. And his opponent, Modestas Bakauskas. Official weight 203 for the Baltic Gladiator. All right, next up should be a good one in the women's flyweight division. Jessica Bate-Estaca-Andrade versus Jasmine Jazz Divisius. First fighter to the stage, born in St. Catharines, Ontario, Jasmine Jazz Divisius. $124, the official weight for Jasmine Jazz Divisius. And her opponent is the former UFC strawweight champion, now number 7 ranked flyweight contender, Jessica Andrade. $126 for Jessica Andrade. All right, now we get to our featured prelim in the welterweight division. Proper Mike Malott versus Charles Chuck Buffalo Radke. First welterweight to the stage, Chuck Buffalo, Charles Radke. Official weight 171 for Chuck Buffalo. And his opponent repping Burlington, Ontario, Canada, proper Mike Malott. Official weight 171 for Mike Malott. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the main card, live on pay-per-view. First up in the lightweight division, Benoit, God of War Saint-Denis versus Kyle Killshot Prepelic. First fighter to the stage, back for the first time in a long time, Kyle Prepelic. $156 for Killshot, Kyle Prepelic. And his opponent, the 13th ranked lightweight contender, Benoit, God of War Saint-Denis. 156 for Benoit Saint-Denis. All right, next up we got high stakes in the women's flyweight division. Alexa Grasso versus Natalia Silva. First flyweight to the stage, the number 5 ranked contender, the Brazilian Natalia Silva. 'Official weight 126 for Natalia Silva. And her opponent, the former undisputed UFC flyweight champion and number 1 contender, Alexa Grasso. 126 for the former champ, Alexa Grasso. All right, that brings us to a featured bout in the featherweight division. Jose Aldo Jr. versus Amin Zahabi. First athlete to the stage, fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Amin Zahabi. $142, the official weight for Amin Zahabi. And his opponent, the UFC Hall of Famer and former undisputed featherweight champion, the King of Rio, Jose Aldo. $143, the official weight for the legend, Jose Aldo. All right, folks, now it is time to take a closer look at the number 2 ranked flyweight contender, Manon the Beast Fior. Official weight 125 for Manon Fior. And her opponent, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Women's Flyweight Champion, Valentina Bullet Shevchenko. Official weight 124 for Valentina Shevchenko. All right, we will first grab a minute with Manon Fior, if we could. Manon, congratulations on the title shot. I know it's a long time coming. Any final thoughts on the eve of the biggest fight of your life?
Comment tu te sens à un jour de la plus grande nuit de ta vie?
Je me sens super bien. Je viens pour prendre cette ceinture et j'ai trop hâte d'y être.
I feel super well. I came here to take this belt and I'm going to take it with me.
Bon chance, all the best. Manon Fior, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we grab a minute with the great champion, the future Hall of Famer, Valentina Shevchenko. So much love for you. here in Montreal and around the world. Any final thoughts for these fans as they get ready to watch you compete here tomorrow?
Montreal, I feel your energy. Ready for the fight tomorrow night. I will leave everything, my strength, my power, everything to show the beauty of mixed martial arts. See you tomorrow.
There she is, folks. Can't wait to watch you perform. Valentina Shevchenko, challenger, and the number 5 ranked contender, Jack Della Maddalena. 170, the official weight for Jack Della Maddalena. And his opponent is the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Belal. Remember the name, Muhammad. $170, the official weight for the champ, Belal Muhammad. All right, we will first grab a minute with the title challenger, Perth, Western Australia's Jack Della Maddalena. I know how badly you want to come through for your country, for Ben, for Scrappy MMA. Pretty intense moment there with Belal. Any final thoughts?
Australia tomorrow night, I'm bringing it home. Let's go.
All the best, Jacko. Jack Della Maddalena. All right, we come over here and grab a minute with the champion of the world, Belal Muhammad. I know it's been an emotional, festive week here in Montreal. Any final thoughts for these great fans on the eve of your first title defense?
Jack is a dead man walking tomorrow and still, inshallah. You guys gonna witness greatness, baby.
All the best tomorrow, champ. Ladies and gentlemen, there he is, Belal Muhammad. Montreal, you guys are great.